my name is Miranda, and today I'm here to react to the first episode of the new TV adaptation of Vampire Academy on Peacock. I have very mixed feelings going into this. I want it to be a good adaptation. Do I think it will be a great adaptation? Maybe not, but I am trying to go in with like as much of an open mind as I can. One thing I totally didn't realize, and it just threw me off, I don't know how I did not realize this in the trailer, or did I just realize it and then completely forget? I thought Lissa was the one that had the British accent, but it's Rose. Man, did it throw me, because I really thought it was Lissa that had the British accent. So then I heard the intro and I was like, ma'am, why do you have the British accent? So yeah, I'm gonna check this out, see how it is. Like I said, I do think it looks a little too campy for my taste, but I also thought that about First Kill originally, and then I ended up really loving that. So you really can't judge something based on the first appearance you have by it. If only there was like an adage about that or something, you know? I think it'll take a couple episodes before I really know how I feel about this, and it's also hard because it's like I'm basing it on the book that I know, and the ideas and stuff that they execute, which I can already know and tell that they changed a lot of stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it is. This is so strange that it's starting with her family alive. I would have thought it would have started when they were already on the run, but like, do they not go on the run then? Because like, that's kind of one of my favorite parts, and I feel like it is a big part of their friendship and their relationship. But yeah, I don't know, I'm confused. Because they were like 12 when the accident happened, so like if they wanted to up the timeline, that's fine, but I don't get rid of it entirely. I love them running away together. I think that's such a good part of their friendship. And the movie kept that in, so that's point one to the movie right now. Oh, honey, you never want to say that. Like, oh dear. Oof. Yeah, how did they not have more protection if he's like literally about to become the king? That's strange to me, because I need to reread the book to remember everything, because I remember there was something with her brother, and like obviously it's very important to court because now she's the only one left of the family, but I don't remember if he was going to be king or not. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I just feel like, oops. Like, you should have had a little more protection than like just the family in the limousine. I'm sure they had people up front, but like maybe bring 2 cars. I don't know, you know, royal protocol. 3 months later, that's it. I just feel like, one, they could have run away together. 2, this should be more than a year. Like, you're just going to send her back 3 months after her family died. Like, when we met them, they had been on the run for a while. And I think it just, I don't want to harp on it. I feel like I'm harping on it, but like, it was such an important part of their friendship, of Lissa being like, I don't feel safe here, and Rose being like, I'm gonna get you out, you know? Like, it's so important. And you're telling me she left Rose for 3 months? Like, no, Rose is the person she'd want the most right then. She's back. Oh, it's Dimitri. Hello, sir. Sorry, what is that accent? Because that's not the accent I was told Dimitri has. Is that Scottish? She hasn't seen her in 3 months. She got her gift and she's like, I'm not 12, but thanks. Like, what? Also, the fact that Dimitri's the one that finds them and is like, hey, like, I get that, like, you want to protect her, but, like, I was able to find you and get you, so, like, obviously a Strigoi is going to be able to find you and get you, and, like, how that frames their relationship, like, it's just setting it off on such a different tone. I don't like it. Uh-oh. Maybe we should have left some protection with her? I mean, just a thought. Her family died 3 months ago. Is it Christian? Because he's a fire, right? That's his element, was fire to control, which they haven't explained that yet either, but it's him. It's gonna be him. Yes, emerging from the darkness. I love it. Ugh, what a YA romance hero. Right, that's why everyone doesn't like him. It's not just that he hides in the shadows. That's why he has to hide in the shadows, exactly. But also, like, maybe her guardian should have been in this church with her in case that was someone that wanted to kill her. Like, it's just so strange to me that her parents were, like, killed in an accident. And, like, do they think it's an accident or do they think it's a, like, hit? Like, I don't know. Oh, heck yeah, he's gonna be so helpful. I can already tell, and I'm so excited. Like, I love their relationship just as much as Rose and Dimitri's. I think it's so sweet and so cute and so, like, opposites on paper, right? Okay, see, that's dumb. Like, someone could have killed her. Like, they're assuming it's just, like, a Strigoi, but, like, What if someone just walked up and killed her that was like a Moreau? Like, it's so interesting to me, and I hope they really dive into this on the show of how like the traditions and the royal like protocols are like counterintuitive to like actually keeping their population alive. You know what I mean? Because it's just like so dumb that you have a guardian, but like he's not allowed because he's viewed as lesser. He's not allowed everywhere with you. Like, if I had a guardian, he'd be with me 24/7. I wouldn't sneeze without him knowing. What is that accent? Like, someone please tell me. It's an amalgamation of so many, and I really cannot tell you what it is, and it's bugging me. Oh my gosh, what buttholes. Literally, he's probably the coolest one. He's the one I would want to talk to. Spends all his time in a library and knows a bunch of stuff. Ew, what is that? I do not like that. This is so strange to me. Like, I know this was in the book, but just like I never really contextualized like how much of it is like a court, like a royal court system. It makes sense, but it's just like so interesting seeing it all play out like actually in front of someone. Oh, look how happy he is here. Okay, this is my other problem with this. Like, I could never live in a society like this because someone just like, you're not even allowed to have a crush on someone without someone walking up and being like, they're not the right person. Like, you can only marry from this certain group and they are not in it. I would be like, I can do whatever I damn well want. And I might not even want to marry him. Maybe I just want to flirt with him without the 100-year-old queen up my butt about it. But I also feel like if they're going to skip the whole thing about like her being like, I don't feel safe at court or whatever, it's good, I guess, that they're kind of showing us like we're going to find out alongside with her. Because previous to this, she has no reason to doubt anything, right? Like, she had, like, the perfect life. And it sounds like she was kind of removed from a lot of the court system where she didn't realize how much it is. So maybe if it gets, like, more and more overwhelming for her, like, we're supposed to get overwhelmed with her. It's just that I'm already so sick of it. Yeah, I also kind of feel like they just want her to fail. Like, do you get that vibe? I get that vibe a lot of, like, they're just like, nope, you've been getting away with this for too long, and even if you're good, like, we're just gonna make it 10 times harder for you. And that irks me on her behalf. Yeah, they're so rude. Oh my gosh. It's like you can't like protocol and then be like, oh, actually, but you can't come in. Like, stop it. Also, the fact that he came to this clearly for Lissa makes me so happy. He hasn't had a reason to since you, because she's so sweet. I do love that they're keeping that aspect of her character. She's just so kind to everyone. Oh gosh, here we go. You can't associate with him. Like, this is gonna bug me so much, just all these protocols. Protocols can go up your butt. She is really not gonna get a moment to breathe now, is she? Like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her. There's not like a distant cousin that she could put on the throne instead and just get to go her thing. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, this also makes more sense of like, again, maybe they're trying to show us it. I don't know, maybe I'm being too harsh, but it's just like, I just love the fact that they run away so much that now keeping that, I'm like, ugh. Wait, that's how the bond works? How would she be able to see her outside of her body? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I always thought it was like she literally feels what she feels, she sees what she sees. So, like, how would she be able to see outside of her body? That doesn't make any sense. And I also feel like they didn't do enough at the accident. Like, it was just like the accident and then 3 months later. Like, I would have liked if they showed, like, giving us hints for stuff of what's to come, you know, of like Rose like lying there and Lissa crawling over to her and being like, no, no. And then you're like, oh, they both survived, but then, like, that's a hint at what's to come, you know? Like, I just feel like they could have done a bit better job setting up what's to come, which I think they're going to keep that if they're showing stuff like that, their bond, so I feel like they could have done a bit better job setting that up. She is so cute. I love her. Is she the one that turns Strigoi and then, like, turns back in the books? She's just so sweet. Especially compared to her sister, who honestly scares me. I think this is supposed to be the stand-in for Natalie. They didn't put Natalie in, but, like, I'm getting... Well, actually, her vibe is not Natalie at all when you really think about it. Like, Natalie was, like, kind of geeky and, like, just, like, very... Like, no one really wanted to hang out with her, but, like, they just hung out with her because, like, she was royal, so she was allowed. Whereas this one seems... She's not royal, and she seems very cunning. So, in terms of, like, stand-in for Natalie, not personality-wise at all, but I think in terms of, like, she'd be willing to do whatever it took to be royal, maybe then she would turn Strigoi. I don't know. I just feel like she's definitely, like, the cunning one. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot she was like self-harming herself too, and that was a reason why they left, because she was literally like, I can't be here, people are out to get me, and she was hurting herself, and Rose was like, I gotta get her out of here. Yeah, I know, it's only been 3 months. I really can't believe they just did that little of a time jump. Even if like you had kept them the same age and like they ran away for a year and they could have still looked similar, like I just don't get it. I do like that their solution to like not being able to be in the sun is they're just like, we're gonna give our vampires umbrellas. Like it's just so funny. Everyone who's ever had a sun umbrella knows that like it is not 100% effective, but for them, sure. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so nice because it's like I feel like she's been either mourning by herself for the 3 months where she was away, and still that guy was there, her cousin, watching, so it's not like she could be fully alone. Or it's like she's had this performance of people coming up and being like, what, do we have your vote? You know, like now she just gets to be and like grieve. But also, why are there only 2 lanterns if 3 people died? Like, is that just, I know there's only 2 of them, but I just feel like you could have had 3 lanterns. She was like, oh, you've always been tuning to me. By the way, how did you find exactly where I was? It's like, you can't have it both ways. Is it suspicious or not suspicious? Uh-oh. Wait, why did it make her stop like that? Are they adding in like a thing if she can sense them? You've gotta though, like she's gonna get so in trouble. I mean, she's already gonna get in trouble, but my gosh, if you aren't behind the wards, ew, stop it. Oh, well, that's one way to deal with it without a stake, I guess. Oh, look who finally came to the. He's gonna give her shite about this. I know he is, but it's like maybe you should have been aware of where she was, sir, instead of just like maybe he should be allowed to like see where she comes and goes instead of having places he's not allowed into. I mean, she's safe. She did her job. I would give her a pass if I was her teacher. If anything, that was trial by fire, literally. She would have died, yes, if Dimitri was not there. But I feel like in this universe, they're expendable, right? So in terms of how they would look at it, they'd be like, you did the right thing. It's just annoying to me that he's like, and they're all going to be like, you're such a bad friend, blah, blah, blah. Like, you almost let her get killed. And it's like, bro, where were you? Because he also realized, like, a little before sundown that they were missing, and it took him that long to find her. So, like, you're not exactly the great guard. Like, we've seen him with Rose more than we've seen him with his actual guardian. Whereas I feel like in the book, it was more like, yeah, he was there for training and stuff, but, like, that's why Rose kind of couldn't avoid him, because he was always there with Lissa. And she was like, I'm a better guardian. And he was like, I'm right here, and I hear you. She wasn't trying any of that, though. Like, yeah, okay, she would have gotten killed, but again, she saved Lissa. So, like, she didn't almost get Lissa killed. She almost got herself killed. She did everything right to protect Lissa. He needs to slow his roll, okay? Like, I feel like he's really annoying me. And I see this is, like, getting her, and it's annoying me because it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have snuck out, but, like, at the same time, where were you, my friend, right? Like, why did it take you so long? Like, maybe you should be a little bit better at your job. Oh, gosh. Now, this definitely didn't happen in the book, because I remember she had to, like, put herself forward as queen to, like, buy time or whatever later on in the series, but, like, she did not want to be queen. It doesn't make sense that she sees her in the visions. She should be seen from her point of view. I don't get it. Okay, that's the first episode. Here are my thoughts thus far, and I don't want to be too harsh, but I just feel like it's making me miss the movie, and I didn't think that was going to be possible. No, I'm not even kidding. Like, I want to be like kidding, but I'm not kidding. Like, I feel like the movie took a more comedic approach, which I didn't appreciate, and I do like that this one seems more serious, but again, we've almost veered into the region of camp. You know, like corniness. And they're setting up so much stuff that they're not explaining. Like, they haven't even explained and gotten to, like, how each of them have their own power. So then you're not even really expecting Lissa to have this different thing and, like, see what makes her different. And I feel like we saw a cute moment with Rose and Lissa, but I want more of their relationship. And yeah, I just think taking out so much of the stuff, especially with them running away at the beginning and then being found and brought back, like that changes a lot for me and like gets it off on a completely different foot. Even taking out the fact that like this accident was only 3 months ago, that's not a lot of time, right? Like there was so much time from when it happened in the books to then like them coming back, all this development stuff and this new stuff. So you're like, okay, it makes sense. But like it just feels like they're throwing so many new things at both the characters and us, and the characters are new to us too, and I feel like Lissa kind of, Rose definitely, Christian, like they feel like they're characters, but everything else does not feel like the book at all. Like it feels like they just wanted like a vampire thing and we're like, we'll take that book and just make our own characters. Like, I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling very iffy after this. I'll definitely check out at least one more, and then if I'm just not liking it, I will not continue because I don't just want to crap on something just for the sake of crapping on it. So yeah, I am definitely interested to know your thoughts on it down below in the comments though, especially if you read the book or even if you didn't read the book, and like, would you actually be looking into this and like looking forward to it without knowing it's a book? Because I feel like it just does kind of feel a little basic, right? So especially compared to like how great First Kill was, and you know, there's been really good like vampire stories recently that like it's not like we've been craving them. So yeah, I'm interested to know your thoughts on it. So make sure to leave that in the comments down below. Also make sure this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!